How is it going, everybody? It is Guardian, and today I'm back for Monday's video with something a little different. See, I enjoy playing the meta. As much as this format is like despicable and it burns my soul to play, I enjoy also playing rogue decks. Now, what better a rogue deck than to play something like Tinkaton EX? Now, for those of you guys who don't know, Tinkaton EX is a stage 2 attacker with 300 hit points, and it does 30 damage for each card in your hand. Now, you might be asking yourself, how exactly do we end up getting that many cards in our hand? Well, let's go ahead and go through the list. We have a Tinkatink, which for 1 psychic energy can do 40 damage, but during the next turn it can't attack. That's completely fine, because we're not necessarily relying sorry, on attacking with Tinkatink. If you're attacking with Tinkatink, then you're just in a rougher spot than I'd actually like to imagine you being. We're playing Tinkatuff right here, which for reversal energy can potentially do 60 damage, which you're not really planning on doing. You're using this to evolve into the Tinkatons. Now, we do actually play the Gather Material one, which allows us to discard a card from our hand and draw until we have, or draw 3 cards, rather, which is always good to feel. And then we have the Tinkaton EX, which I covered earlier. We have the Fezandipiti EX to be able to draw more cards if we were knocked out, because we are a bit of a baby. We have 300 HP. I can't believe all those words have ever left my mouth in my life. We're playing a 2-2 Varoom Revavroom line to be able to discard an energy card from our hand and draw until we have 6 cards in our hand. This is going to keep us from getting a late game Iono to like 1 or 2. Maybe we Fez into like a Ignition, and then we Ignition until we get 6, and then maybe we get another one, blah, blah, blah. There's ways around it. And another prime way to draw more cards, the Dunsparce. Draw 3 cards, shuffle it back into your deck. Simple as that. We play 4 copies of Buddy-Buddy Poffin to search out our basic mons, because all of our Pokemon, aside from Fez, are Poffin searchable for at least the beginning of it. Play 1 copy of Earthen Vessel to grab some psychic energy from the deck. We do play 4 of those. 2 Night Stretchers and a single rod keeps our Pokemon and our energy from flowing through our deck rather than just discarding it and getting rid of it. 3 copies of candy to be able to go into our Tinkatons. That's mainly the only reason we run candy, is just to get into Tinkaton. Play 2 copies of Artazon to be able to search out our Pokemon as well. Just in case we don't get like a Poffin start, we can always Artazon for something like that. And it helps our opponent, which is going to go into another card that we talk about very soon. 3 copies of Arven. I didn't go for the 4 because we do play a lot of tools, but I feel like 4 Arven is just a little bit overkill, considering that we do also have a lot of other things that we want to keep track of. 2 Jacq. Jacq is basically going to be getting out our Revavrooms and our Dudunsparces and things like that. We grab Tinkatons and stuff with it occasionally, but it's mainly going to be for those purposes, because we kind of want a Rare Candy and a Tinkatons. 2 copies of Judge. I like Judge over Iono in a build like this because it guarantees you a certain amount of cards. If we get judged when we're hitting for 120, you know what I mean? Rather than Ionoing late game to give me and my opponent both like 1 or 2 cards, it doesn't really feel that good. But here's the card I was talking about. Morty's Conviction. Discard a card from your hand, draw a card for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. If they're playing something like Ogerpon Box, you can be drawing up to 8 cards combined with the ones in your hand. So you're going to be swinging for really hard with the big hammer. And yeah. We play 3 Research to be able to discard our hand and just draw until we have 7, keeping at least a 7-card hand, if at all possible. Play 1 Tyme, in which we tell our opponent the name of a Pokemon in our hand, and we put it face down in front of me, and they have to guess the HP. I know this card was bugged for a while, to where, like, you know, the HPs weren't actually, like, similar. It was, like, 300 and, like, 70 or something like that. So, hopefully, the card actually works. Play 2 copies of Air Balloon, 2 copies of TM Evo, and then 1 Enriching Energy. What Enriching Energy does is when we attach it to a Pokemon, we draw 4 cards. Attach it to Dunsparce, use Dunsparce's ability. You got a 7-card hand now, and you didn't even research. You got 7 extra cards, rather. 4 copies of Ignition Energy keeps our Tinkaton swinging, and 4 copies of Basic Psychic, just in case we do need to end up swinging with some Psychic Energies, or on the off chance that we need to swing with Tinkaton, the regular one, which can hit for 180 if they have a special energy. And there's also something that I completely forgot, is Gust. So I'm going to go ahead and edit this. I'm going to take out a Psychic Energy and an Artazon, and I'm going to go add 2 Boss's Orders before we go into game 1. Alright, so just remember, 1 less of these, and we get 2 Boss's Orders. So I'll catch you guys in game number 1. Hopping into game number 1, game number 2, I played one before this, and they just conceded immediately. So that was fun. That was really good. They saw Dunsparce and Tinkatink, and they were just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that, which I can honestly respect. I gotta respect that hustle. So we are still technically 0 for 0. And I did mention before that whenever I'm building a deck by myself, I usually always forget like little bits and bobs. So this isn't as good of a start. Actually, you know what? If we can draw into like a Psychic Energy, I'm okay with this. Because I can hit a TM Evo play, even though I do have a Tinkatuff on the board. Do I ever just Arven for Poffin and maybe like Air Balloon? Poffin Air Balloon isn't too bad. Zero Aura, so am I going against Miraidon? Seems like I might be going against a Miraidon build, but they just attach pass. Okay. Not gonna argue with that at all. So we're gonna go ahead and play the Artazon. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves another Dunsparce because we can always just Poffin for Tinkatinks and things of that nature. We're gonna grab one. We prized 2 rare candies. 2 rare candies and a Night Stretcher. That's always fun. Okay, that's fine. We can deal with that. I've had worse. There we go. Finally, cleared my throat up a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that. And do we ever just pass? I'm like, yeah, I don't think you're swinging for 10. I guess I'll eat my own words here in a minute, maybe. There's the Fez. Artazon hits the board. What do they grab here? Dynamo. So we are going against Miraidon, which I'm not actually too upset about at all. I think the Miraidon matchup is just literally just going to be blowing up your active. Zero Aura is going to be a problem, but I think we'll be okay to deal with that. I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. So there's the attach and Zero Aura. There's the generator. What's the generator? Professor's Research. Is this on the bench, Pokemon? Yeah, so Fez is going to be safe as long as it's as long as it's in the active spot, Fez will be safe here. Tandem unit hits the board. They're probably going to be grabbing another Miraidon and like a Zekrom. No, Pikachu Iron Hands. There's the Area 0. You're just making Morty's Conviction that much more powerful, boss. They're probably going to grab Miraidon with this and then grab like another Tynamo and a Iron Hands. Latios. Okay. Fair enough. This could be the best research I'll ever pull off in my life. Depending on what we get here. So they do promote the Pikachu, which is fine. I'm okay with this. And we get a Morty's Conviction. Okay, yeah, I think that we can just hit the Morty's Conviction here. I'm not really too worried about getting rid of the Tinkatuff because we do have a Night Stretcher in hand. But we do have the Dunsparce and Revavroom. That's always good to see. We'll hit the Dunsparce. And we get another Tinkatink. That's fine. So I think we're good to go the slow route here. We'll go ahead and get the Tinkatuff. We'll attach the TM Evo to like a Dunsparce. We'll retreat. Put this here. I think Fez might get knocked out here, but I need to get my board state established before I start worrying about all that. To the TM Evo. We could have used Revavroom there to draw like an extra card or two, but I'm not really going to sit here and cry a little bit about that. Oh, did we ever get the other Tinkatuff? Or Tinkatuff? Nah. I want to start swinging soon. So Fez might hit the discard pile, but that's fine. That is A-okay, because then Zero Aura's off the board, and I can start swinging into the big Pokemon. They attach to Iron Hands. Do they have the Lightning Energy in hand? Yes, they do. Okay, so Fez is going to hit the discard pile. That's fine. I'm going to swing really, really hard with this giant hammer. I guess we don't really need Fez like that right now. I mean, if we draw into something like Enriching Energy and then we get like a Night Stretcher or something like that, because I don't know if Miraidon... Oh, the Tapu Koko. Interesting. Bye-bye, Fez. That's fine. They are going to take the first 2 prize KO, which I'm not going to cry about. It is a little upsetting, not going to lie. But that's fine. We are going to be drawing 8 cards with Morty's Conviction, and we get another Tinkaton. So let's go ahead and run the Dunsparce. And we get the Air Balloon. Nice. Okay, so we are going to be able to do a couple of cool things here. So we're going to retreat into Tinkaton. We're going to attach this here. I didn't want to more... Actually, how... We're swinging 240. Do we ever boss up Latias here and take a 2-prize KO in return? Actually, Latias is just going to sit there. Let's take out Fez. Let's get rid of their draw support. And we're going to swing for the perfect amount of damage. Big Hammer swings for 210 here. Thank goodness I added Gust. Because I needed that. Tinkaton Rare Candy. We got it like that. We just got it like that. So we're going to be able to Rare Candy into another Tinkaton. If they ride on us, then that's going to be fine. But Pikachu gets promoted here. Ooh, we need another energy. So maybe we draw another 7 cards. But here comes the generator. And energy goes onto the Iron Hands. Do they know that we just Oko Iron Hands? Do they just... I don't think they got it like that. Maybe they just pass here? Iron Bundle is going to force me to promote something I didn't want to promote. But that's okay, because I just promote the Air Balloon. And then I just retreat. If you really, really don't want that in the active spot. Because, again, I am going to have a decent turn here. E-Electric does hit the board. Dynamotor is going to attach an energy to the Iron Hand. So they are probably going to be taking 2 prize cards here. That's fine, because I'm going to eliminate all the energy on your board. And knock out your Iron Hands. And I still have a Boss of Orders in hand. So I think we actually have a very solid chance of winning against this Miraidon build. I'm not really seeing anything too crazy being played by them. But we do need to hit Ignition Energy. And we don't hit it there. Morty's Conviction. Let's just draw an insane amount of cards. How did we whiff? I don't know how we whiffed there. Do we ever... Because if I attach that, then it's just not gonna work. I don't want them to get a Pikachu down, though. Why can't I Rare Candy in a Tinkaton? Either Tinkaton. Am I like under item lock or something? No. What the hell? Alright, we're good. We're chilling. Next turn, I'll definitely hit Ignition Energy or something like that. I can afford to get hit here. At least a little bit. Actually, can I? I can't Rare Candy because I put that Tinkatink down immediately. That's why. Okay. I might be a silly goose. It's okay. I also need to hit a Rare Candy. Or an Air Balloon to get this thing in the... Actually... They can get 2 Lightning Energy down, which is kind of annoying. And they also have Thunder Raid active. So I might need to take that thing out before I even worry about anything else, to be honest. So... And they don't grab anything with Tandem Unit. They're probably just checking their deck for any sort of Gust potential. They're probably going to just amp here. Ultra Balling. Right on Area 0 to grab what exactly? Mew. Okay. Do we have both our Air Balloons? No, I think we got rid of them, right? Yeah, so we don't have any more Air Balloons. That's a slight problem. But do you have any energy in the discard? You have 5. Okay, so you can Dynamotor twice. Is that a problem? Yeah, they're trying to get Tapu Koko already. That's rough. Then again, they rip the research. Blood Moon hits the discard pile. Man, why you gotta do me like that? Stop playing cards. Actually, you know what? Yeah, put all your energy back. No, they choose not to. 160, so they only need to hit for 140. Vengeful Shock might actually be a problem. So let's go ahead and hit the double to the Dunsparce. Let's throw this one back in because we could potentially draw into like Enrichment Energy with our 3 Dunsparces here. The fact that we still have yet to see another the energies that we need is insane to me. There's Ignition, but I am kind of scared to be paralyzed. I mean, they could have a... Yeah, I think we're just cooked. Maybe... No. Let's see if they can get the... Tinkaton. Let's see if they can get this Tinkaton right. Oh, we are so live. Wait, hold on. Hold on, hold on. It's not over. I mean, 570 feels like an okay amount, you know? But they're just gonna double Dynamotor onto Miraidon and take the KO, which is fine by me, honestly. I got to swing for OD damage. Do they ever just Vengeful Shock here? I mean, we don't have a way to switch. That is going to be a loss in game number 1 to Miraidon EX, which I'm not even mad about because I almost beat Miraidon. Like, it was a one-turn thing. I boss up the E-Electric, wait for Paralysis to go away, and then I retreat into something and then, like, boss up Latios for game. But it was going to be that or something else. But we did swing for a good amount on that last attack, so I'll catch you guys in game number 2. Game number 2. After a devastating loss, we're gonna come back strong. And we get a godly start. The only thing that could make the start better is like if I had a candy in hand. Or if we went first. But hey, I'm not worried about it. It is time to play the game. And we are going against Ceruledge EX. Okay, so it is going to be a game of 2-4-6. There's the first energy attached. We need another Tinkatink down. Because next turn, they're probably going to be able to hit crazy. There's Arven. Okay, so that just makes this entirely better. Put these two down. Attach Enrichment Energy onto the Dunsparce. And we don't get a TM Evo, but that's fine, because we're going to have 2 Dudunsparce out next turn. See if we can make it 3. Let's wait. Because we're trying to build up this hand size, baby. We're trying to build this up something crazy. Badu hits the field, which is annoying, but I do have a TM Evo in hand, so I'm not going to be too upset if they just itchy ball in here. That's fine. I'll probably just have the TM Evo. Yeah. So Badu does the Badu thing and locks me out for a turn, but TM Evo is going to be active for me, and we... Yo, shut up. Shut up, bro. I'm drawing 9 cards this turn. I love it. I'm moving on. So I'm on my Mew Genesect shenanigans right now. Runaway draw. Drawing 3 more cards. We'll put down a Tinkatink. Let's go ahead and hit another Dunsparce. Get another room. Can we just hit an energy? Or like an Arven for like Earthen Vessel or something? Okay, no. So I'll just go fuck myself. Maybe we don't need the energy. We just Jacq here. Yeah, let's just Jacq here for like these two. No. I probably want to get Tinkatuff, Revavroom here. Right? Actually, no, not Revavroom. I need to Dunsparce here. Because if I get Revavroom, I'm not going to be able to use it. I don't even have anything to discard anyway, so... We'll go ahead here, going to Tinkatuff. Let's Artazon for another Dunsparce. So my whole philosophy right now is that I evolved the active one, because to knock that out, they would have to use the Ceruledge in their deck instead of just hitting with Itchy Pollen. So either way, I'm going to have a Tinkaton on the board. And if I can Rare Candy to this one, to Dunsparce, into like maybe another Dudunsparce or something like that, then we should be fine. But whoever takes the first 2 prize KO is essentially going to be the winner of this match, which is fine. Games are like that nowadays. And you do hit for 50. And the Iono. That's mildly... You know what? We're good. We're fine. Take a KO, I dare you. Itchy Pollen. Okay. Jacq or something, maybe? Night Stretcher. Night Stretcher gets us literally nothing because, go ahead and do that. Because they have a Fez down, there's no point in playing Tyme, because they are just going to say 210. They have their own Fez. If I had something like the single prize Tinkaton in hand, then like maybe it would be worth playing. But I could have just hit for the KO there. But that's going to be an awkward, because I want to leave them taking a 2-4-6. Essentially 7 prize cards. That's why I didn't take out the Badu there, because then I'm going to be the one that's going to need to take 4 KOs and not them. Put that Hero Escape on, like that's going to save. Damn, okay. I didn't realize it was like that. in these streets. TM Evo hits our board. We're going to Evo into double the Dunsparce here, just so that way we have an option to draw more cards. I'm still okay with them taking a knockout here, as long, because they can only take a single prize knockout. That's it. I don't like getting rid of one of our 4 Ignition Energies, but that's not going to be that big of a deal to me, because at the end of the day, we have a Psychic Energy on the Tinkatink on the bench, and that's going to be fine by me. They can sit here and they can argue with a wolf. Cycling Road, okay. So there's their Revavroom. They actually have one. It's fine. Hit the research. Poffin. So I need 13 cards in hand. I'm gonna get 11. Yeah, I actually think I hit the 13 cards with the for the Hero's Cape. I just need to double the Dunsparce. And then maybe they get a Pokemon HP wrong. Because if I can get the single prize, then we should be good. Oh. They're getting the second attack already? Okay, Raging Amethyst. Sure, why not? Just do whatever you want. I really don't give a damn. Because I'm coming out for blood. So there's Revavroom for until they have 6. That's fine. Another Earthen Vessel hits the field. I'm gonna discard a Varoom there, not an energy. I mean, I'm just interested to see if they're actually gonna go for the second attack here, because they really don't need to. If they Itchy Pollen again, I might actually get a little upset. No, they're gonna just go straight into the big guy, which is fine. How much do you hit for again? Doesn't really matter. 130. That's next to nothing. But they might actually have a chance to Oko me next turn, which is going to be a problem, but whatever. We'll go ahead and promote the Dunsparce, because we can always just run away draw from the active spot. And we draw into a Poffin. Let's hit the 1. Okay, there's Enriching Energy. We're gonna attach this here. Okay, that's cool. Which, although we are not going to be able to use another energy card this turn, I'm actually, like, okay with that. So you can have this one. I'm gonna play you. Then I think I just... Yeah, I think maybe attaching the Enriching Energy was a misplay. But maybe I invest in counter gain in this deck. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and grab you and you. Let's go ahead and just pass. I don't know what they have in hand. Maybe that was a massive misplay. Then again, I think I needed those cards. I don't know. I don't know. But they don't have enough in the discard yet to hit for a crazy number. Right, so they might actually have to hit that second attack. There's the Air Balloon. Another Cerulege comes out. So are they just stuck? Is my opponent like in a really bad spot? There's Boss, probably on the Tinkaton. They can't hit for KO. So I'm going to be taking a 2-price KO here, right? They hit for 280, I have 300. energy in this card pile? 7, that's 140. It's 170. Yeah, you're not hitting it nearly enough yet. And then I just... So I'm taking the first 2 prize KO of the match, which is going to mean so much more than what they're doing. So we're going to go into the Dunsparce here. We're going to evolve into a second Dunsparce. We're going to actually attach the right energy this turn. We're going to Night Stretcher here for the Tinkatuff, just to guarantee that we get another Tinkaton out. Let's go ahead and hit the Dunsparce, number 1. Did we prize the single prize one? There's no shot, right? Maybe we did. But either way, we're hitting for 420 damage. Let's take out the one on the bench, just because I don't want to get Iono'd and then forced into a smaller amount. But I can just do that and get it over with. So that's our ace back down. We do take the first 2 prizes, or 2 prize KO. We get Arven Basic Psychic, that's fine. And now they can only hit with the first attack, which isn't going to be a lot of damage. But I still need to... I don't have any Dunsparce down. That was a bad idea. I need to draw into something nice. I need to draw, period, actually. You know the Jacq to get the other Tinkaton. So it's not entirely over. It's not... Because we do also have Fez. We got answers. We have answers. We have things that we can do here. We're going to draw 3 with Fez. We can Jacq for the single prize Tinkaton. And then draw 3 more with that. And then swing with the EX if we can find the other energy that we need. Which I think we'll be able to find. We'll Poffin first for double Dunsparce just to make sure that we do have the single prize one in deck. Because if we don't, that's going to be a problem. But it's not going to be a horrible issue. Like... It's gonna be a game-breaking issue, but let's see what they do here. They flip the script for 3. They're having a really rough time violating Sarah Ledge right now. So they have 13. Yeah, they're hitting for Okos, at least now at this point. And they are running low on cards. Maybe I bait them into guessing the right HP with Fez and drawing more. Maybe I do that next turn. Maybe I bait them into drawing 4. Wait, that could actually be such a funny way to close out the game, right? Because if I take a KO here, they're probably gonna Fez. Oh wait, hold on. We have a funny way to win this game. I'm putting it together. So there's finally we get the Revavroom. Evolve this here. We're gonna Cycling Road away the Psychic. Just for that 1 extra card. I'm gonna play down the Dunsparce. Play this here. We'll Poffin for a single Dunsparce. Okay, we do have the single prize Tinkaton here, so it's not all lost. How much do we hit for here? 330? Yeah, well, that's more than enough. But we need to find the energy, which I should have checked whether or not it's actually in the deck. That's fine. Let's go ahead and gather materials. We'll discard the Air Balloon, just draw 3. We'll Fez for 3. Okay. We have Ignition Energies left in the deck. So let's check to see if there's any more. Because we can draw the rest of our cards out with Dunsparce. Yeah, we do. Okay, so we have the single Ignition Energy. So things should be okay, and we are hitting for 390 damage right now. Which is certainly a hell yeah moment. We're gonna take our 2 prize cards here. What do we get? Revavroom and Poffin. And the Ceruledge comes up. Do you ever Fez here? If you Fez, then I'm going to have you guess Tinkaton EX's HP. And you have to get it wrong on purpose. And then I'm going to draw 4, and then I'm going to draw an extra. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I literally win unless they give me a single prizer here. Because I'm going to draw out the whole deck. I can draw every single card in my deck next turn. Okay. What do you grab? What do you grab? What do you grab? So you have 6 cards left. Do you ever draw 3? Do you ever just... It's possible. It is so possible. Wait, why are you drawing more? You don't have to do that, Bullis. It's fine. There's the PAL pad. So they realized their mistake. They put Iono in the deck. Are they trying to find it here? There's a Night Stretcher for another Charcadet? No, Fire Energy. Okay. Oh, this is getting intense. This is getting intense. He's digging for that Iono. There it is. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's rough. There's the counter catcher, which is actually, that's a big misplay. That's a huge misplay. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You should have just taken the KO on Tinkaton, because then I wouldn't have had any way to respond. But whatever. That's how you want to play. We can do that game. I now need vastly less cards in hand to hit this, but... Right, because I'm going for 60. I just 60. Yeah, I think we got it. Give it a Poffin. We are still short. Damn. Do you have another boss? No, because this is my last and... This is my last one. I was hoping to get like a something to get Fez back. But that's gonna be an annoying loss. That is... Oh, that's rough. That's rough. But you know what, eh? That was close. Maybe I could have tried to boss up Fez and then discard Judge to draw into something new, or maybe there was a way, but it is now lost, so that's fine. But we are 0 for 2 with Tinkaton, but they have been very close and very, very fun games. So let's go ahead and hit for game number 3. Alright, moving on to game number 3. Let's try and win at least one game today. We played against Rhydon and Ceruledge. Can we get something that's like more so off meta, please? Like, I know Pittsburgh is coming up, but like, can we get something silly? Something fun? Something innovative? Maybe? Okay, I am gonna go first. Alright, let's see what we get here. Not a bad start at all. We're going first or second. Alright, so we are going to go first, which is going to help us build out our hand. Draw an extra card. I like that. I love when I draw. I love drawing. And we're playing against High Dragon. No! I don't want to do it to High Dragon. I love High Dragon. Can we save the Enriching Energy here? Yeah, let's do it. Alright, cool. There's a Poffin, probably for another Dano, and they get a Pidgey here. No, just a single Dino. Artazon hits the field. So what exactly do you play in High Dragon? Monkey Dory. Okay. That's fine. Arven probably for another Poffin or TM Evo. Or Zvilis. They're not even, hold on, because like, what are they planning here? Not even grabbing a TM Evo here is crazy. Here comes the Stomp Off. That's fine. We get Ignition Energy, so they actually just help me out a lot here. Can we draw on a Rare Candy? Maybe? No, we get double Poffin, which actually I'm okay with, because now we just go into Tinkatinks. I'm okay to manual evolve these things. Let's judge. I know I'm getting rid of a decently sized hand, but I need better cards. Like, exactly. Let's go ahead and just do that. Let's go ahead and see what they plan to do here. Team Evo hits the board. And the artist gonna straight up evolve here. That's fine. So we joined a boss. Morty's Conviction can actually do us a very big solid here. We don't need Rare Candy. And we don't get anything at all for Morty's Conviction. Okay. We'll give you Dunsparce. And we'll just wait. Man. This is rough. Triple Monkey Dory? Be so for real with me right now, bruh. You can't be dead ass. Okay, there comes the switch. Do you just have the High Dragon in hand? Am I gonna give me a smack for 200 here? No, I'm not. Okay. Now I need to find a way to get this free retreat Pokemon out of the active spot. Wow. Double High Dragon. Crazy. Alright. But that's just perfect, actually. Going with you. We'll hit this real quick. Let's go ahead and Morty's Conviction. We can get rid of Candy. Draw 4. And I guess we'll just go ahead and take a prize. This hand is garbage. I should not have judged instantly. I should not have hit that judge. We do have research and a double Dunsparce, so it's not the end of the world. Maybe I Arven for Ultra Ball or something, but yeah, they should have Rare Candy Hydreigon like that. So we get for a decent bet. What did I get rid of? That would have been an insane top deck. Okay. I'll just go ahead and hit the research. Okay, we get double Dunsparce. We can Artazon for Dunsparce to draw 3 with Enriching Energy, which we can't play this turn. We have enough. We have just exactly enough. Big Hammer is going to take a KO here on my Dragon. I'm very wary about not getting the Oko with the Monkey Dories on the board, which at that point they just concede. So that's going to be game number 3, which we take with Tinkaton EX. Kind of a fraudulent win, not going to lie. I don't know what kind of high Dragon build my opponent was playing, but whatever. We'll take it. We'll take it. We will indeed take it. So thank you guys for tuning in for yet another video. On Wednesday, I don't know what I'm going to be playing, but I guess I'll have something prepared for you guys. But either way, I hope you guys have an amazing day.